After you going to suffer, and then we had a period, the game became a little bit open. We needed a big save from David in one action to keep the clean sheet. But overall, after 3 days and the game that we had to play in Newcastle, credit to the boys the way we performed.
Is that something that you might take from this game in terms of reassess, and how do you work on it in terms of, you mentioned there, closing the chances and the opportunities that you get, especially maybe latter parts of this competition?
Yes, because we know that it's all about the boxes. Their team, they don't need much, and they arrived 3 or 4 times and they looked a real threat. So when you have those big chances, you have to put them in the net. If not, like we had in the last 10 minutes, we had to dig in very, very deep to control them and at the end to earn the right to win the game.
Well, look, here's 14 home games that you've now won here at the Emirates in the league phase of this Champions League stage and kept 11 clean sheets on the way. Is that progress? It must be music to your ears.
Well, that's very difficult to do, so credit to the boys. The consistency we're showing in this competition against very tough opponents, and we go again on Saturday.
Martin Odegaard looked a man on a mission tonight. He almost looked back to his best out there. Would you agree?
Yeah, he was phenomenal. I think he influenced the game in a manner that is very important with us, because he continued to play forward, carrying the ball, putting people through on goal, and generated some big chances for his teammates. He should have scored a goal as well in the big open chance that he had. So very good to have him back at this level.
Look, we know the narrative of the strength and depth that you've got, but do you find that your squad are actually thriving off this? They're stepping up to the mark.
They do, and they all know that they have a chance to play, to maybe make 6 changes, and I want everybody to be big part of that. The players came in as well to help when the team was still lacking a bit of rhythm and needed to re-energize. The client comes in, Neps, Bukayo, Mosquera, anybody that comes in, Jurian brings another dimension to the team. Great to see.
Big Gabby okay? He came off?
Yeah. He was struggling a little bit with, I think it was a kick in the first half, and we decided to take him off.
And then I'm sure your mind probably hasn't wandered to it yet, but West Ham at the weekend, that'll be your 300th game in charge of Arsenal. In this day and age, that's an achievement in itself.
I didn't know that. That's a lot of games for this football club. So, I feel very honoured, and a lot of gratitude for everybody that has allowed me to stay for that long here.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Martin Odegaard, who's just joined us. Martin, first of all, great to see you back on the pitch, and great to see you back from injury. And what a brilliant performance from you tonight. Just tell us how it felt being back out there.
Yeah, it was nice to be back. Feel like I haven't played too much this season, to be honest. It's probably only the United game, so first game of the season. So I missed it, and it was good to be back, and I felt good, and good win. So. Yeah.
We were really enjoying just watching the fluidity of football in the first half, especially the speed that you're playing and the part that you played in it as well. How much have you been working on that?
Yeah, a lot. We work on that every day. We want to be creative. We want to create a lot. And we know the quality we have in the team. We also know how solid we are defensively. So if we can, just create those chances and flow, as you said, and it's always going to be good.
Martin, obviously the first half, this ball is ridiculous, by the way. I mean, you played a few balls in the first half which were actually quite silly. I mean, I actually said to Martin, you actually played like a surgeon. Everything was so precise. Even your first touch, when you set up Gyokeres, everything was so. That's you at your absolute best.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Especially when you have those players up front, and especially with Victor. He's so aggressive and always starts. Always a threat. So that's my job. To create things for them, and in the end I got the assist and could have had a few more and scored a goal, but we got the win, and it was good, so I enjoyed it.
Martin, was there a message? Because tonight you played as a team, more forward passes than any game you've played in this season. You seem to take fewer touches. As the manager said, okay, you played a few blind passes, whereas in the past maybe you take 2-3 touches. Tonight, no, you simplified your game. Is that something that you've been aware of?
I think it's, you have to play what you see, and sometimes the game requires that you take more touches, sometimes less touches, and you have to read the game, and they maybe press us a little bit more than the teams normally do in the Premier League, so that leaves more space in behind, and when you have players like Victor up front, you have to feed him, and I thought we did that quite well today, and we have to keep going, keep building on this.
And you're hearing this pressure. Eze comes in, and do you feel that? I mean, does that make you play even better? You seem to embrace that tonight, that kind of pressure of, okay, you watch me now, look what I can do.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone can see the quality and the depth, in the squad now, and we have so much quality and so many players who can play. So think it's just a feeling, you know, from every single player. Whenever you're on the pitch, you want to prove that you deserve it, and you want to keep your spot, you know. So I think that's good for us, you know, that competitiveness and the competition within the squad. So yeah, that's good.
Your performance probably could have only been topped if you scored a goal, but there was a great opportunity for you, but a brilliant save as well that we want to show you too. Have a little look at this.
What a ball from Eze, by the way.
Yeah, great ball
Great
from
switch.
Ebbs and Bukayo as well. Did really well there, and don't know what happened there, to be honest.
How's he saved this, by the way?
Honestly, I don't know.
He
what
doesn't
happened.
get a good view of it either, does he? Because there's a defender in front of him.
Actually, the defender Retsos does well as well. He gets a block on the second one.
I have to put it more down in the corner, but I think it's a bit lucky as well. But yeah,
Sometimes you have to give the keeper credit,
I
don't you?
have to score that one. But
You just know Saka's going to get past his man,
Yeah.
don't you?
yeah, you
Just
know, with the
concentrate.
quality he has, you know, the speed and the power, you know, so it's just to arrive there, and the ball normally comes in the right area as well. So yeah, should have scored that one.
Martin, just quickly, we've been speaking to Arsenal fans tonight outside the stadium, online as well, getting their kind of thoughts. Look, this fan base are always behind you guys, but this season they feel like it could be extra special. Do you feel like that, being part of the team and being the captain of this side?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like we've used everything that happened to us, you know, in a good way. We feel a lot stronger as a group. Obviously, we got a few new players in, brought a lot of quality and enthusiasm and energy, you know, into the team as well. And yeah, you can see it every day in training, you know, how hungry we are and how much we want it. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be our year.
Have you noticed the boys, the level being elevated a little bit in training with the new ones?
Yeah, for sure. First of all, the quality that they bring, but also for the rest of the players, you know, to feel that it's even more competition, and you have to fight for your spot, you know. So I think it's making us all better.
Yeah, Martin, we'll let you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great to
Well
see
done.
you
Cheers.
out there like that again tonight,
Good to see you.
and good luck.
More goals in the first half. We had some chances, but yeah, as I said, that's Champions League, and they are a good side as well. So.
Well, let's talk about the goals tonight. You got the goal, the first goal, but you had a chance within the first 2 minutes. How did you feel when you saw that one fly wide?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great ball, the first one from Miles. We were talking about this before the game, that I could attack that space in the box, and he did great with the ball. And yeah, just could have done better in that one. And in the goal, I tried to wait a little bit to see if you then be Victor's goals, and then it touches the post, and then I scored, and yeah, it was a good goal as well. So yeah, happy with the goal and the victory as well.
Yeah, there was no mistake with the second one. Look, there is this narrative this season about the strength and depth that Arsenal have got within the squad. Do you feel the sort of pressure to earn the shirt, but then to keep the shirt at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, it's good for the club, you know. We want to have the best players around us, and yeah, as I said, we have a really good group and a big one now, and it's good for the club. We want to win every title that we play in, and yeah, this is what we're going to try to do.
Well, look, you've won your opening 2 games of this Champions League campaign. Does that set a good marker to what your intention is in this competition this season?
Yeah, of course. As I said, we play for Arsenal, and we want to win every single game of the season, if possible, and we want to win every trophy that we can.
Gabby, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Here at the Emirates, Martin's joined us from the gantry. The fans are behind the camera as well, and they're all smiling. But at times, especially in that second half, they were under quite a bit of pressure, actually, Martin.
Yeah, and I mean, that can happen in the Champions League. That's absolutely doubt. I mean, they made lots of changes, and we talked about the strength of that. But, you know, you've got all these connections that maybe don't quite work out as the way you want it completely, although they've played beautiful football in the first half. Second half, Olympiacos made adjustments, but obviously Arteta responds to that, then makes necessary changes, and you see the game out, and then Saka gets the winning goal. So, you know, if it was a game of chess, then it's game, set and match to Arsenal in the way that they set out. Got a bit tricky in the middle, but ultimately 6 points on the board, and you want to try and finish as high as you can in this new league format that we have.
Yeah, we'll show you the league table even after 2 matches. We'll do that a little bit later on. I'm not sure how much it means after 2, but really the 2 wins for Arsenal is exactly how they wanted to start this off. Can we take you back to the first half, Owen, and watch the goal again from Gabriel? Because it was very pretty, wasn't it, from Martinelli?
It was a fabulous goal, and Martin Odegaard was, in that first half, that's probably as good as he can play. Everything he did, I was saying to Martin, he played like a surgeon. He was so precise with everything, and when he plays like that, he's just a joy to watch. I mean, the goal really is all him. And Zubimendi goes away, Marino pops into there, and Odegaard just pops in that little space there. But the touch and the weight to that pass is absolutely fabulous. Gyokeres does fantastic. And I tell you what, Martinelli does great to sort his feet out, but on this angle you see it, Odegaard knows that space is in there, but the touch to take it away from the defender, Martin, and he just sets it where it makes it really difficult for the centre-back.
Do you know today he didn't seem to do the pressing that he normally does, and it seemed to give him that more time, more space around him, more poise, more composure, and taking fewer touches. And I think a better setup. By the way, you have to say that Gyokeres was like a bull, like a bull there between two men there, the way that he gets onto that ball, starting to tick a little bit. Martinelli was switched on as well. But you're right, Odegaard in that first half was quite magnificent. Drilling balls, weight of pass, really making Arsenal tick today.
For all of that quick play, beautiful passing, the chances that they had, Martin, for you, should they have put that game to bed earlier than they did?
Yeah, I think that's the next step. I mean, we've got evidence. I don't remember seeing an Arsenal team playing the ball forward quite so much. Today's the most they've done in any game this season, 188 passes forward. And if you look at Odegaard has more touches in the ball than anybody else. He creates more chances. We just got to finish those off, but need to be a little bit more clinical. But, Martinelli playing on the right-hand side today, we've not really seen that before. So it was something new.
It looked good, didn't it?
It did. I think it suited him. Obviously, Maduaki's not available right now. Havertz is still injured. So people having to play, putting a shift in. And I thought it had a different look to it. Trossard maybe didn't have one of his better nights. But, the midfield looked really, really settled. Supermendi now.
Supermendi was running the show, wasn't he?
Isn't he? Quietly, behind the scenes, he gets everything ticking. And Odegaard is the kind of icing on the cake for Arsenal.
Yeah. Saka, one of the players that came off the bench as well, quite a few changes, and then he gets the goal for 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, again, we spoke about all the weapons and the options that they have. But guess who creates the goal? Martin Odegaard. I mean, it's great from Saka, but the weight to the pass. And again, Saka, we're normally seeing him on the right, but he can play on that left-hand side. They're a little bit more versatile.
Talk to him about the care that he shows in this pass.
The weight to the pass is perfect. Because he can just let it run across his body. If it's too heavy, he has to take a touch. Okay, I think it looks like a mistake from the keeper, but it's not. Because I think it's at the area, it's difficult for him to actually get down there. But again, that was almost against the run of play. I think at that time, Olympiacos had really come into the game, but second goal killed it. Clean sheet. And obviously Saka back scoring, and everybody leaves home happy. And that clean sheet, you've got to give credit to Raya, because that save for Podence was so good and almost came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, it was a top draw save, and with nothing to do.
Arsenal fans are in awe of Victor Gyokeres after moment in the 12th minute versus Olympiacos. Victor Gyokeres has Arsenal fans talking after the Gunners' opening goal against Olympiacos. Arsenal flew out of the blocks against Olympiacos, with Mikel Arteta clearly instructing his side to leave no stone unturned early on. Gabriel Martinelli redeemed himself after missing a clear chance to score in the 2nd minute, putting the ball in the net 10 minutes later to finish a chance created by Martin Odegaard and Victor Gyokeres. As Odegaard threaded the ball through to the Arsenal striker, Gyokeres shrugged off 2 Olympiacos defenders to take a shot on goal, an attempt that hit the post. Martinelli was there to convert the chance, but fans are all talking about Gyokeres. Martinelli scored his 3rd goal in his previous 5 matches, but the Brazilian slowed his run with the hope of seeing Gyokeres' effort cross the line. The Swede deserved the goal for the work he did to lose the 2 defenders closing him down in the box, a show of strength that Arsenal fans were amazed by. Gyokeres, so damn powerful, my word, just batted away those defenders, a supporter said on X. Others credited Martinelli for scoring, but shone the spotlight on the summer signing. It was a searing start for Gyokeres against Olympiacos as the Swede carried on from his bright performance against Newcastle. Gyokeres impressed during the win over Newcastle, with his off-the-ball movement and strength posing a real threat for Eddie Howe's side. The same was evident against Olympiacos, as the former Sporting CP star looks to be finding his feet along the front line. From sharp movement to linking well with his teammates, Gyokeres looks hungry to add to his tally. And that wraps up today's biggest Arsenal news. If you enjoyed the update and want to stay on top of everything happening with the Gunners, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Come on, Arsenal!